and welcome to the latest little video of How Cool Is This? A series of videos where I show off things that I've accumulated over the years and just want to sort of bring your attention to, shine a little bit of a spotlight onto. What we have here is a 2015 book, VHS Video Cover Art. As you can see, it's graphically pretty awesome on the cover, as well it should be, because this book is created by Thomas Hodge. He's an amazing poster designer. I first saw his work when he did a poster for Madison County, the Eric England film, a few years ago. So Thomas showed up on my radar, and I was very excited about this book. Now, how did the book show up on my radar? Interesting question. So Thomas and I were our social media friends, and Thomas put a Facebook update years ago. We're talking probably like 2014 or something. He was looking for people who'd worked in video libraries, and the reason I've got my finger stuck in this, it will all become relevant in a second. He was looking for people to sort of submit a little bit of a blurb about video stores, maybe even a picture. And so I supplied this picture, which was the video store that I used to work at. And so I'd sent him quite a few photos of the video store, and I got a lovely little mention in the back. So that was cool. So obviously, because I've been mentioned in an actual proper real life book, I definitely wanted to make sure that I picked a copy of the book up when it was released. So it's physically, that's the size of the book. It is a whole bunch of pages, but what wonders will we see in here? Now, for anybody who did frequent video stores back in the 80s, the beginning of the 80s to the mid 80s, there will be some gems in here. Now, look at this. I'm not going to go through every single page, because then what's the point in you getting the book? I highly recommend this book. If ever you want a nostalgia trip down some of the forgotten movies maybe that you've not seen for a while, then this book is a wonder. I think this is the sort of book that coffee table book sums it up perfectly. It's wonderful. So what we get in here is it's not easy to show the whole thing in camera, but each page gives you the cover art front and back of some of these wonderful movies. It's all divided up into sections as well. So this is the action section that I'm looking at. The original cover art for Remo. Look at that. Who remembers Remo? I remember Rolling Vengeance as well. I haven't seen that film in many, many years. But here it is. A lot of Rambo clones in the 80s. So we have the action section. There's also a comedy section. Hopefully YouTube don't flag a lot of these for any potentially risky cover art. Flesh Gordon 2. Wow, there's a film that will disappoint you. You expect one thing and you don't quite get that. Fly Me, Hot Dog the movie. Do we all remember these? These are amazing. So we've got a big comedy section in here. We have a horror section, which has some wonderful titles. It's The Dreaming, The Original Evil Dead. And the reproduction of these is pretty stunning. You can see, so we have horrors. We have, who can forget this amazing film from Vestron, Return of the Living Dead. So we have horror. Also a kids section in here, like Three-Legged Dragon. Biggles. That was amazing. Or was it? I remember it being amazing. Alan Quatermain, the follow-up to King Solomon's Mines. The Dirt Bike Kid, BMX Bandits, which is the first appearance of Nicole Kidman. If you have a look, so there's the £1.99 rental sticker. I'm guessing that's the rental cost and not the actual, this is how much you're going to pay to take it away and keep it. But we have kids movies in here. Big kids section, sci-fi section, with such wonderful titles as, let me find some. I remember this one. The Atlantis Interceptor. Don't know if I've seen it. Creepzoids. Remembers Creepzoids. So we've got a sci-fi section. And we have a thriller section as well, which feels like it's probably going to be the final section of this book. Enemy Territory, 8 Million Ways to Die. Amazing. Screenplay by Oliver Stone, for Oliver Stone fans like myself. Fortress. Do you remember that one? It's an Australian one, isn't it? If I remember rightly enough. Gets stuck in the outback. Great film. And so this is a sort of book that you can just pick up periodically. Legend of Billie Jean. That is in my top 200 films of all time. And to try and get a reasonable price of the DVD of that is not easy. So yeah, anytime you want to just sort of go pure nostalgia, take a trip down those wonderful days of going into a video store and renting stuff, I highly recommend this wonderful book by Tom Hodge. Glorious. Even got a little quote by Uncle Lloyd Kaufman there, which is fantastic. So me and Lloyd, we're in the same book. I'm also in the same book as Ty West, who's got something praised to share about this book. So yes, you can pick it up on Amazon. It's roughly around the £25 mark, which is the same price I picked it up for like 9 years ago. So it's holding its price, as well it should, because it was a glorious book back in 2015, and it's a glorious book here in 2024. So yeah, definitely, I highly recommend checking out that book. It's amazing. Great work, Tom.